Yo, what's up guys? The new One Piece chapter 1094 has just released. There's so much insane stuff. We have Saturn, we have Kizaru versus Luffy coming to somewhat of an end, and then we have the Saint J. Garcia Saturn showing up, and we see his devil fruit and his actual power, and he might kind of be weaker than we thought. I mean, from the spoilers, he seemed pretty strong, but now he seems pretty weak. So make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. Now, let's head straight onto the video. You go at the start, we see Atlas saying the Marines are on the island, and then she orders the pacifistas. We get a quick recap that she orders the pacifistas to attack the Marines, and then they're like, this is bad. Pacifistas just attack. Nothing much, just like got them back to the side. But you gotta remember, Saturn's in this island. Little hint to the end of the video. And then we get people, Marines just running from the pacifistas. These chapters don't really matter. Then they're saying they're looking for Bonnie, and Atlas and them not trying to look for Bonnie, and then they think basically they're saying 1.4 of the tires of the Vegapunk are made out of Kaido's Seki, so they won't fall. So what they're saying is Sanji instantly detects Bonnie because like he's Sanji, and then he instantly just finds her, and then they just go down to her. Nothing much is really happening. They're just going down to save Bonnie because she's actually being fought by not one but two Vice Admirals, but she could probably take them, and Bonnie's like the weakest Earth generation person. But the reason she can't really fight them because one of them's riding a pacifista, and Bonnie can't really ride a pacifista. And then they're like, Bonnie's like, good, the pacifistas are on our side because they literally her dad, and he can't like traumatize from learning her memory. And then she uses a new attack, near-death experience. So what it looks like here is showing them the alternate reality of themselves, of when they die, and the trauma from that kills the person. Oh, yeah, that is pretty wild. And then we see the Vice Admiral here, and Bonnie is trying to run away because Kuma's like right there. And then we see the new Vice Admiral, and then Kuma, she's riding Kuma, and then Bonnie can't really do anything. She's traumatized. Look at her. She's traumatized against that, and we actually go down, and Bonnie's just standing there, and Sanji just uses Sanji, just saves Bonnie, fights the Vice Admiral. I mean, they're nothing for Sanji, really. And then he just running, and then they get in the Vega tank, and then they keep going forward and then to the down, but then we go back to Luffy versus Kizaru. He says, sorry, but I can't focus on my mission if I stay here. That's my mission. Okay, so basically what they're trying to say is that Kizaru's mission is to kill Vegapunk. He does not want to fight Luffy. He knows he's going to lose against Luffy. And then we see them all fighting each other. Then everyone Suddenly, look, everyone, Jinbei, everyone, senses a new presence. It is Saint. The presence says, stop, pacifista. Then no one's listening to the pacifista now because of Vegapunk, but that is because the only person who has a higher authority than them is the Goro Center. 5-star magic circle appears, and then from that, something strange is happening. Goro sustains Saturn's landing on an egghead to the Marine soldiers inside. If you're lower rank than Rear Admiral, you're not allowed to see him. That is what it is. If you see Saturn, something very bad is going to happen to you. And then there was an explosion. The Ghost that came to this island is Saint J. Garcia Saturn. This is it. He is in the island. Then we go down. We see him appear from the circle. Sanji looks scared. And then he comes out of the circle. Someone looks at him. One of the Marines looks at him. He blows his head off. This power is insane. Look at this guy. Oh my god, we've been waiting for this for so long. Saint J. Garcia Saturn is here. Yeah, and he just look at him. He literally blow your head to pieces. He has some spider devil fruit. Probably has a devil fruit. It's awakened most likely. His beard is like a sheep. He has insane horns. I mean, what can I say? Saturn is really, really strong. At least that's what he looks like, at least, and supposedly is one of the Gorosei. And then Bonnie looks at her, and then so what's that monster? And then on the top, be careful. He knows Sanya knows the guy is strong. And then the clouds broke because Kizaru was fighting Luffy, and then accidentally he's trying to hit the Vega tank, but he just hit the road beneath him, but he missed. And then we see Luffy from the behind, and then he says, didn't you reach a limit in this form? He knows he's done for, and then he sees Luffy just absolute Kizaru putting throwing a beam at Luffy just spinning around until Gomu Gomu White Star gun, and he absolutely punches through Kizaru. Like, he punches through Kizaru. It's so much saw effects. I mean, you can just see it. He just straight up punched through him. This is the thing, same thing he did in Kaido, but this time there's way more damage being done here to Kizaru. And then he's like, this is bad, while literally getting a punch thrown at his face. And then Luffy said, I'll reach my limits. Saturn says, Nika. And then Saturn looks at them, what they're for, and then the Vega tank is finally at the bottom, and then we have Frankie, Vegapunk, Bonnie, Sanji, and Atlas versus Saint Saturn. And then everyone's like, is everyone heard? Vegapunk knows Saint Saturn because he's met them before, and then he's like, indeed, I thought he had long been killed, Vegapunk. He thought Vegapunk has been killed, but he actually hasn't. And then Bonnie is angry. She grabs the blade and hits Saturn, and there's blood coming out, and Saturn does look a bit angry. I mean, Bonnie is literally a literal nobody. She does not know what she's doing one bit, and if you got damaged by her, I don't know what that says about your strengths. So I still think he's strong, but he's not Yonko level. Maybe he's just a bit stronger than Zoro level or something like that. Because if you're getting damaged by Bonnie, that's just disrespectful. A regular sword, no coated with hockey, and you're getting damaged by that, and you're awakened Zoan. I don't know. Before in the spoilers, you actually saw that he is actually pretty bad what's happening to Kizaru, but here we see a different side of the story. Saturn here, he seems weaker than he looked in the spoilers, and he might be. Before was a very bad situation with the Straw Hats and the allies, but I think here there is a chance. If the robot is decently strong, we can probably get the robot to fight this guy and get out of the island. I mean, that'll just be ideal. Kizaru's down. I mean, the chapter Kizaru went down because Saturn, we see his Devil Fruit. He looked really hype. He got one shot. No, not one shot, but he got one hit, blood. If he was that strong, Yonko level, he could have dodged that. I had to have all this entry for him, this insane mythical zone, and then him saying Nika, and then him blowing some person's head off before. All that just to this happened. He gets killed by Bonnie, technically. I mean, it's a good chapter nonetheless. You get to see some Gorosei, we get to see Luffy versus Kizaru to a near end, and then we see some memories that Bonnie knows that she's actually seen his Saturn before, and then she's something in her memories is telling that, and then it's been a good chapter, a very good chapter in a long time. A lot of hype here. And there's no break next week, by the way, so celebrate, dance, do whatever. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode review. So make sure to stay there, because Momonosuke just became Wano. I think Green Bull's next. So make sure to stay tuned for that in 2 days, I think. So